Hello everyone, I'm going to show you quickly some functionalities of my new code release, which is a tool to have windows, menus, buttons, and message box. So you will have, if you run the program, you will see this tutorial. In the tutorial I will just show you a couple things. Let's start with a custom printer. So it's interesting that you can print things into this part, into Codea, into this output panel, but this is not always practical to have it in split mode. Sometimes you want to have it in full-size mode. So this is why I have developed this printer. Now, if you look into this printer, it's a window that you have here, and you can choose to redirect the printing to this window. So now the text and the images and the buttons will print directly into this window. That can be very useful, especially if you want to do that in full screen mode. You can also go back to, by pushing this button, you can go back to the standard printing, and you can also clear this window, and you can also restart printing here if you want. Okay, so I'm going back now to the top menu. I close this panel. So this stops the printing because it's a test printer, but actually it would, if you would print things yourself, it would continue printing into this window. Okay, this is one of the things I wanted to show you. Now there's another thing which is a message box and the menu. So here I have a small runnable example. You see a custom menu with 4 entries. So first entries is to demonstrate a simple message box, so with a close button. A more interesting message box where you have choice with between 3 answers, and when you choose it, it will fire a callback function to which it passes the button name you have hit. Okay, so you can also print some text. So in the printer, so you see I have printed hello. I can print hello, hello again. I can print buttons too. That's very interesting. Buttons that you can touch. So now if I touch a button, this will fire an event that has been decided when creating the button. Okay. I can hide the windows by tapping on the top there. I'm going to show you also this little thing, which is a Lua Object Explorer. So this is interesting for me because I don't really know Lua, so I can browse with this tool through all the Lua variable trees. So I start with the top variable, which is a G, and if I go to the end with this button, for instance, I will have my Windows utilities. Yes, my windows are there. So when I have tables are highlighted in white in this tool, so I can click on them, and if I click on them, they become the current object, and then I see them here, and I see their children here. So now my Windows has a list of individual window as children. So if I touch here, I get it there. If I choose the 5th window, for instance, it will now become the current object. And you can see here all the parents, so it can be useful for debugging. I can look at a bar. I have a bar printer. So if I look what are the properties of my bar printer, I have all that. In that I have, in the printer I have lines. I have only one line in the bar printer. And the lines are themselves composed of objects Okay, yeah. So the objects are a table of objects in this line. Well, basically there is nothing printed in this bar, so I have no object. It stops here. If I can go back to the window list here, if I want, so this is not completely stable at this moment, but it's a nice tool to at least to explore all the functions that are available at the top level in Lua. It's interesting for debugging my program, but also to know what is available in Lua. Okay, I can show you now how to create manually your own windows. You should just long press on any of these windows. So if you long press on a window, it shows setting panels. So now I can create a new window. I can call it, I can change its name. I can call it my window. I can do a lot of things on this window. I can change, I can move it where I want. I can resize it to the size I want. I can change its colors. So I can change the frame color if I want. For instance, to this, the bar color too. I will not go through every settings. I can also, what is interesting is that is to be able to print something, of course, in a window. So if I open the printing dialog, I have this window which is there, and I can try to print to this window. So if I do that, now you can see how it looks like. So things that are printed are do not change when I change the window afterwards. So now I can make the window smaller, so I will see the new changes, but it will not apply for the previous objects printed. What is also interested is in these windows is that I can play with the alignment. I can have a number of columns. So 0 column means just everything is printed normally. But if I put, let's say, 2 columns, then things will be printed into 2 columns. So this is practical. I can change the text background if I want to see what it looks like. So for instance, here I have changed the text background to this. I can change the font size. Here I make it bigger, so I have to wait for some text to come. Yeah, so when it's bigger. I can change the interline. Okay. And I revert to standard printing to print here. Okay, I can close this panel. Good. So now I have my window, and what is interesting is that I can place it where I want. I can have several windows, and when I do some changes, you can see that there is this red saving button that appears. This shows that the changes will be saved to a tab in your current project, and so next time when you come back, this window will be here. It will be empty, but it will be here. Now I can show you. I go out, and if I restart, it is there. So this is very practical for building some interface or doing some tests. And if I don't want this window, of course, I can long press. Now I can delete the window. So if I delete it, it's definitive. We'll delete it. Yeah, so it's removed. Okay, well, thank you for your attention. Enjoy the code. Bye bye.